Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is Frank Martin, and we are at week 4 of a look at the New Orleans Saints offense from a fan's perspective. As you know, what we do here is look at the prolific, the stupendous, the outstanding New Orleans Saints offense, try to break things down and give you, from a fan's perspective, a look at what makes the Saints so great. Now, I mentioned a fan's perspective. That's what I am. I'm just a fan. I'm not a professional scout, not a professional coach, never played in the NFL. Never played college, only played high school football. Probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But what I am is a fan of the New Orleans Saints. I love my team, and I've always wanted to know why they're so good on offense. It's easy to say, hey, Drew Brees is fantastic. That's why they're so good. I wanted to see if that was really true, and that's what we're doing here. And now we're at week 4. The game the New Orleans Saints actually started to play like the New Orleans Saints of old. The Green Bay trip. That's right, the Saints go on the road to Lambeau Field to take on the Packers. As we know, they came up empty in that trip and started the season 0-4, a 28-27 loss. But what this video is going to be is a breakdown of some of the good things they did on offense. Because like I said a little bit earlier, they started to look like the Saints of old. They pretty much put together a 4-quarter game, only had a couple hiccups, which eventually led them losing the game. But they only had a couple hiccups and looked really good on offense. Kind of like the team we saw the year prior, the one that set all of those records on offense. So what did the team do that was so good? Well, let's get to the video. First thing we'll take a look at comes at 3:35 in the first quarter, 2nd and 10 from the Green Bay 20. That's right, folks, it's the touchdown pass to Marcus Colston. And we're going to focus on play design. Formation, formation, formation. Pete Carmichael, excellent play calling, excellent play setup here. Check out the motion of Jed Collins out to the left. That creates a one-on-one matchup between Marcus Colston and the safety Morgan Burnett. Collins' motion creates a switch in the Packers secondary. Colston now becomes a slot receiver. On top of the formation switch by the Packers, Brees is alerted that they're playing man-to-man, but they're also coming. They're blitzing on this play. After the snap, two things happen. Two key things happen. Colston gets a free release on the play, and Ingram blocks the blitzing Charles Woodson. Drew Brees has protection. He already saw a man. All he does is throw the ball up for Marcus Colston. The guy has a history of coming down with it. Maybe pushed off a little bit, but this time he does just that. Comes down with a touchdown catch. Now, why did the Saints do this? Was it something they saw on film prior, the week prior? Well, maybe. But the play prior, yeah, the very play right before this touchdown pass, the Saints did something very similar. Check out the play. That's Darren Sproles split out left as the Saints ran the ball. It was a run play, but the Saints formation tipped off how the Packers were going to play them. Later in the game, the Saints motioned Joseph Morgan out on a play action, and Colston is once again isolated against the nickelback in the slot. Let's look at that play. We jump ahead to 13:33 left in the third quarter. The Saints set up play action with 20 personnel. It's I slot for us Madden gamers. Roby is going to come across the formation left to right, and the Packers are going to see that and think, okay, here it comes again. The Saints are going to formation us. Let's call switch. They want to switch it like Roby's going to be the outside receiver. Only Roby's not the outside receiver. Before the ball is snapped, he stops just short of Marcus Colston. Now Roby is technically in the slot. So Colston on the outside is able to navigate uncovered through the defense for a 26-yard gain for the New Orleans Saints. That's the beauty of pro football, folks. A slight tweak, a slight adjustment leads to another big play for the New Orleans Saints. And I've got to believe if I go back 3-4 years prior to this game, they've done this to a number of teams. Not only a team that was a Super Bowl contender. Let's pick this next thing up and we'll title it Drew Brees. The man is smart, the man is patient. Here's what I'm talking about. 12:13 left in the second quarter, 2nd and 8 now at the New Orleans 42. It's 11 personnel with Colston flanked right and Graham on that side as well. Here's what the Saints are going to do. They're going to run a simple slant dart route combination. It's a two-man route, folks. We've all run this in Madden, NCAA football, high school, the playground, wherever. We've run this formation. One guy goes this way, one guy goes that way. What does the defense do? Well, if they go to this guy, I'm throwing it over there. If they go to this guy, I'm throwing it over there. Pretty simple, right? Even I could do it. Well, I could explain it at least. Here, let's take a look. The Packers are in a cover 2 shell. Green Bay turns all their attention to Graham running toward the sideline. Brees pumps outside and hits Marcus Colston in stride for a 17-yard gain. Drew Brees, perfect setup on the play, perfect execution. He just simply hit the open man on the play. Now, why I wanted to point this out, it was a big gain on that play for the Saints. They ran the exact same play later in the game. In the fourth quarter, they run the same play, and that's the play where Drew Brees hit Jimmy Graham on an 11-yard gain. Graham was still running that out, and Marcus Colston was running in across the field. This time, the defense went with Colston, and that left Jimmy Graham wide open. The game was lost basically on those two possessions that ended in field goal attempts. The end of the third, start of the fourth quarter, the Saints needed touchdowns against a team like Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. They didn't get them. Final score 28-27. Our team is 0-4. What was sad about this game for me was I really thought the Saints played very well in this game. The defense, well, they weren't the Bears or the Ravens in terms of stopping the other team, but they came up with enough stops at the right time to keep their offense in the ball game. Saints scored 27 points. For most teams, that's good enough for victory. Not for our boys in 2012. 0-4 to start the year is terrible. Luckily, though, video 5, the next video you will see me in, is of a win, a victory. So I may be a little bit happier. Maybe I'll grow a mustache for that. I don't know why I just said that, but people love mustaches. They love victories. The two go together like peanut butter and jelly. Okay, maybe not, but I'm trying to keep you interested. This has been video 4. My name is Frank Martin. The Saints offensive breakdown from a fan's perspective. I hope you like it, and I'll see you back here for week 5. Later.